You know, I don't know what else to say, but President Assad really has got to be removed from power. But here's the problem with that. Who takes over Syria? Does Russia move in and set up a puppet government, giving them just one more step closer to the borders of Israel? Or does Muslim Brotherhood move in and set up a kingdom that spans from not only Tunisia and Egypt and Libya and Yemen and Syria? Is that what Mohammed Mursi really wants to do? That's what he says he wants to do. And then what about Iran? Basically, you're going to be surrounding Israel just like it says in Psalms 83. But listen to what I'm going to tell you. Now reports are that Assad is dropping a strange substance from the airplanes above some of the cities there in Syria, especially with those with higher populations of Christians and Sunnis. What? Why? Because Assad is a radical Shiite Muslim. Now look at this. Ynet, there's several reports, but I'm going to read the article from Ynet, okay? Syrian opposition says Assad's Air Force, his planes bomb towns with unfamiliar substance. Syrian military forces loyal to President Bashar Assad are bombing civilian population centers with an unidentified gas. It's a shell that lets out this gas. It's being reported by Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera. According to the report, Syrian opposition members are claiming that the Air Force planes bombed the towns of Hama, Abadab, and Dara with an unfamiliar substance. Now, also the United Nations is saying that Assad has lost all legitimacy. We do know already of the massacre of about 108 that are dead. And all of them civilians, 49 of them children, 34 of them women, the rest men, all civilians. Then we had another assault upon the civilian population that killed 88 this week. And now today there's been another 15 that have been killed. It says this unidentified gas causes suffocation among the residents. So I don't know if it's paralyzing their ability to breathe. I don't know if it's going in the lungs and just suffocating them because of its content. I don't know what it is. Look, there's reportedly fatalities, including a boy and a girl. It is suffocating the people elsewhere. Al Arabia Network reported that Assad's forces were bombing the outskirts of a Syrian town of Lakeka. The area was bombed earlier this week with dozens of casualties, and it's been reported in the carnage. But as the violence continues to rage in Syria, the United Nations Security Council was convening a special meeting to discuss the crisis. Earlier Friday, Israel time. Stephen of Oklahoma got this information to me. He actually texted me and said, Pastor, now he's gassing them. They're suffocating. I'm going to tell you something right now. This thing is completely out of hand, but it was predicted in the Bible. It was prophesied by the prophet Isaiah, the same Isaiah who prophesied in Isaiah 19, 1 through 4, the fall of Egypt. And even breaks it down for you. It coincides with the prophecies of Daniel in chapter 11, 41 through 45, which basically prophesied, Daniel 11, 41 through 45 prophesied the Arab Spring and the Antichrist spirit sweeping through the Middle East. All right? Isaiah 19, 1 through 4 breaks it down for you, specifically Egypt and how the events will unfold there. Why Egypt? Why is Egypt important? Because the king of the Middle East apparently is going to rise. And it could be Mohammed Mursi. He's from the Muslim Brotherhood. And he is working very diligently to take complete power, not only of Egypt, but of the entire Middle East, what he calls the United States of Arabs. He's proclaimed it. He had 250,000 Egyptians standing in the streets of Cairo, chanting it, in which he said to them, there will be a United States of Arabs, where the capital's not Cairo. It's not Mecca. It's not Medina, but it's Jerusalem. And they begin to chant, millions of martyrs will march on Jerusalem. Millions of martyrs will march on Jerusalem. Let me read to you what it says in Isaiah 17:1. The burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city. It shall be a ruinous heap. Is he going to use gas on them? It's already there, folks. It's already there. That's paralyzed. Matter of fact, the prophet Jeremiah breaks down just Damascus for you. He does it in Jeremiah 49 in 4 verses. Let me read. The Bible said, concerning Damascus, Harmath is confounded, and Arpad, for they have heard evil tidings. They are faint-hearted. There is sorrow on the sea. It cannot be quiet. There are warships all around Syria now. Russian, USS Abraham Lincoln was there. We've got other warships there. The Royal Navy is there. The Australians are there. It's ugly. Even the Iranians are there. Damascus is waxed feeble, he says. It turneth herself to flee. And many people are, man, they're just fleeing out there. And fear has seized on her. Oh God, it's true. Anguish and sorrows have taken her. It is true, it's happening. As a woman in travail, it is true, it's happening to Damascus, Syria. How is the city of praise not left? The city of my joy. Many Christians are being killed in Damascus, Syria right now. Therefore her young men shall fall in her streets. It is happening, it is true. And all the men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord of hosts. Oh my God. And I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus. Are you serious? Are you saved? But wait, Jeremiah was not done prophesying, because this thing goes beyond Damascus. In the same chapter, he prophesies something will take place also in Iran. If you go down to verse 34, in this passage of Scripture, Iran is referred to its ancient name of Elam. It's also known as Persia in Daniel, but let us read. In Jeremiah 49:34, the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet against Elam in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will break the bow of Elam, the chief of their might. I will break them, break their weaponry, break their leadership. Will this happen? Is Ahmadinejad of Iran getting ready to be broken down? Is there going to be a preemptive strike by Israel of all the nuclear plants and facilities? What's going to take place? Or will NATO do it? Or will Iran strike first and then all hell come loose on it? I don't know. I just know that the Bible is prophetically speaking to us of the end times we're living in. Something biblical's going on, folks, with the signs of the second coming of Christ. And I'm telling you now, you want to give your life to Jesus Christ. How do I do it? For by grace are you saved through faith. It's not in yourself. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. Well, what's the gift? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Can he forgive me? I'm a sinner. We've all sinned and come short of the glory of God. There's none of us righteous, no, not one. Oh, telling you right now, call upon the name of the Lord and you shall be saved. Folks, I'm serious with you. Send me a personal message if you want me to pray with you and help you right here on this YouTube channel. Title it, I Want to Be Saved. I want to be saved.